Hi, my name is Jane Kostick. I'm a woodworker from Medford, Massachusetts. Work together with my husband, John. We design and build all kinds of geometric structures. I also do, especially in the last couple years, a lot of work with early elementary school children, making a lot of these designs very accessible, hands-on. We'll be having some things in the youth lounge so that you can handle them. I'm going to show you some stuff, but it's really very secondary, or it's a bad way to learn. The best is to handle it yourself. Now, the topic of 13, the way I'm going to work that in, I have several puzzles that are made of 13 pieces, but also I have the cube. I have several cubes here, but the cube, inherent in the cube is 13 in the sense that you have 13 axes of symmetry. This star here is one my husband John made many years ago. I'm holding it along the 3-axis, meaning the edges that connect, the lines that connect the opposite faces of a cube. That's 3. There's the 4-axis, which is the lines that connect the opposite corners of a cube. I'm holding it there, but here it is on the Elmo. Maybe you could see, here it is alone, the corners of the cube. And then 6 is defined by these, a little hard to see in here, but it's defined by the lines that connect the opposite edges of a cube. And the truncated octahedron has the 6 edges. All right, let me get going with my models. The other thing of 13 is that the same way in that, is this on the Elmo? Yeah, the same way in that 6 sticks can surround a cube, you can call that a 7-piece puzzle, not a hard puzzle, but by that same logic, 12 around 1 makes 13. And that's exactly what this here little puzzle is. It's 12 triangular prism sticks surrounding one rhombic dodecahedron block. I do a lot with magnets. It makes it come apart real easily and go back together, which is good for learning. Although I do have, I hope I get to it, 2 interlocking puzzles that I'll show them real quickly, but I'm not going to take them apart now. They're a little tricky. They're challenging. But going back to this 12 sticks around 1 block. 2 years ago when I was here, I presented that same puzzle, but an array. It was coordinated motion. You could see how it all comes apart. I filled all of the little gaps with the blocks, with the rhombic dodecahedron block. There's a ratio there of 1 to 1. The volume of blocks is equal to the volume of sticks as you do this array to infinity. And I'm going to illustrate that to you by going back to the cube. Okay, this here is a cube. Call it volume 1. Here's a 2 by 2 by 2 cube, so call it volume 8. If I take 2 of these cubes and stick them together, volume 2, but look, I'm going to turn them inside out. I'm going to take, see? So now I got a rhombic dodecahedron that's been dissected into 12 pieces. Those 12 pieces, keep that in mind. Here's one more. I don't know if I'm going to have time. I want to make sure I finish this. This is one cube can be cut in half into half of a cube with with a hexagonal cross section. You agree that this has to have volume 4 because this has volume 4, and I can show you by turning it inside out. It's the same thing, right? But that's one way of dissecting the truncated octahedron. Here's another truncated octahedron. All right. That's how it would space pack. But look what this is. It's In fact, right here, I have one. there, that's all one color wood. I'm going to take that out, that block. It's 12, here's that same puzzle I showed you, but magnets are connecting stick to stick as opposed to stick to block. Look, if you connect the points where the magnets are, along with the points of 4-fold rotational symmetry and 3-fold rotational symmetry, that's what this block is. 12 of those blocks take up half of the entire truncated octahedron. And how do I know that? It's because we said the truncated octahedron has volume 4, and I showed you before how the rhombic dodecahedron has volume 2. So that's the space filler, and that's the illustration of how we get to 10 seconds. All right, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to my coordinated motion, my interlocking puzzles, but please come and take, okay, 1 piece, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I've dissected a rhombic dodecahedron into 4, which gives you 13, and then my final puzzle is a very difficult one, but I hope that you'll give it a chance at trying it. 1, followed by 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I got to wiggle a little bit here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and the 13th is just a miniature of the previous one I showed you.